You're going to lead it off with a pretty big quarterback that Field has also been talking about so far this year.
Yeah, so Anthony Richardson isn't maybe a drumbeat player because everybody knows his name, especially after last year. But the chatter around him has been incessant and it's pushing him up draft boards, which other managers are very triggered by, I
Yes.
have discovered.
Yes.
Like, yes, he left early in 3 or 4 starts last year, but he has a monster arm and elite rushing traits.
Yep.
22.6% of his pass attempts went over 15 yards downfield last year, and 4 of his 7 total touchdowns came via his legs. We talked about cheat codes with
Yes.
Jaden Daniels. Anthony Richardson is like a cheat code of the MCU. Like, there is no way he is not an Avenger. He averaged over 18 fantasy points per game, the QB11, with 49% of those points coming via his legs.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the talent here. And that's not all. I also don't mind his situation. He's surrounded by capable playmakers. He's working behind a top 4 ranked offensive line. And his head coach knows a thing or two about getting the most out of a, quote, oft-injured QB with electric mobility.
Yeah, honestly.
Basically, where I come down here is like nobody has ever won anything, fantasy or otherwise, by playing scared. So if you are nervous, get yourself some insurance. Jaden Daniels, Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence in the double-digit rounds. Fine, back him up, but don't play scared unless you like finishing 6th.
Hey, Liz Loza. Wow. I love that. That's exactly how you need to bring a take here. I'm with you on this. Why does it feel like people are triggered when we talk about Anthony Richardson being so high? It feels like we have to have a trigger warning when we mention him because people are like, what? You have him as a top 5 quarterback? He only played 3 or 4 games last year. You can't do that. But it's like the eye test, Liz. Like, I get that he got hurt last year. Like, no one's saying that he didn't get hurt last year. But, like, this guy was literally built in a factory to be a video game Madden player and to do all the things that we want in fantasy football. An incredibly huge arm, legs that can win you a week, given all the upside that he has, like we mentioned with Jaden Daniels. I have no reason why you would not be in on Anthony Richardson this year, especially with the pass catchers they have around him. I am excited to see if Adonai Mitchell and him can create something really special in this offense. In spite of the fact that I love him and Michael Pittman, unlocking that deep arm, that big ball to A.D. Mitchell, I think would be very fun. So I'm with you. Anthony Richardson, a guy, in spite of the fact that he's maybe the biggest name on this list, there's still a lot of positivity towards him here in the beginning of the season.